Kevin, what the hell's going on this week? Ole,
Ole gave me my first contract.
how did that go? How did he come to?
They
he
were
was booking at the time, I guess.
Yeah, they were looking to replace the Road Warriors who went up to New York, and they were just so Ole said, he was looking for. That's where that Master Blaster gimmick came from. He actually came down to Jody Hamilton's Quonset hut. We put on a little match with Horner and Brad Armstrong. But he gave me my break.
You always hear, man, you always have to tread carefully, but I always heard such horror stories about dealing with him. Was he okay with you?
You know what, man? He was a miserable prick.
Right.
But he was lovable. He was right up my alley. I'm a prick, so I got him. I always got him.
Son of Ole.
I always got Ole. I never had a problem with him.
Was it just because he was old school in his sensibilities?
I just think
Didn't
he was
have people skills.
On top of that, he was a man. He wouldn't know. Ole was a real deal. And I put it on Instagram. Somebody had put a picture of Ole passing. I put on it. Nobody's did more for my career. I said because not only did he sign me, but I walked in and asked for my release to be Shawn Michaels' bodyguard, and he never looked up and he signed it. So I owe him for both sides. He got me in the business and just signed my release. You don't want to be here. And he didn't say anything. But basically, if you don't want to be here, get out.
How'd you put it to him? What did you say?
I just told him, I said, listen, first off, I drove with Barry Windham to TV. Barry was office. I didn't say a word. And Adult was only maybe 90, 100 miles from Atlanta. I was in Marietta, I think, at the time. And so was Barry. We both lived at the same place in La Park. And I just looked out the window. And finally he said, you all right, man? I said, fucking wife's going to leave me if I stay in the business. He's like, really? He goes, yeah. I said, we're just not making enough money. So I said, well, you need to go ask for your release. So it was set up knowing I was coming in. I wasn't going to give up my wife over the business. I just walked in, I said, this is my release. And he just was doing something in front of him, and he just looked at it, signed it, didn't look up and say, good luck.
Was that the last time you spoke to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then I heard Gary Sinise's son, who was like 33, passed away.
My boy was 26, 33 is that's so young. Those are the ones that I don't know. They're all horrible. As you get older, it used to be you would watch an award show and then go to the people that had passed that year. And you'd be like, watching, you'd be like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Well, yeah, it'd be like 3 of them. Now at 64 years old, you're like, oh, it's like who's who of people that you've been entertained by in your life. It's like, wow. And then there's always that one person that's passed, and you already thought they had passed.
Oh, yeah.
The
Dead or Alive game. What? Abe Vigoda
died, is he still alive?
Probably a decade after I thought he did.
Yeah, it was. Those are the ones, man, that you just go, I didn't even know he was alive. And then you look, and it's like, oh, he hasn't worked in 6 years. But
is that too insensitive to do for a game next week, Dead or Alive, with you? If I brought up 3 names?
Can we get rights to the John Bon Jovi song?
Wanted.
Dead or Alive.
We'll work on that. Who knows? We get flagged for tasting biscuits for bull's sake.
Yeah, God, we'll have to pay $50 million to use Bon Jovi's song. He went gray like me. We might feel like kindred souls.
Feedback. Nick Morris was watching us last week, Kevin, and he said, great constructive criticism of raw talent by Big Sexy. So he enjoyed your insight.
I do remember I said for Cody not to smile so much. Mm-hmm. But he's going to do it his way.
You're full of song titles today. He's going to do it his way.